weather is hot right now, and so is the season for football practices in the sun.
As News 10's Kathleen Surrey reports, staying hydrated is a #1 rule both on and off the field this summer.
Oh, it's Texas. I mean, they have to stay hydrated.
Kenneth Plake is the president and owner of the Harker Heights Junior Knights Football League, and drinking water is key in the intense Texas heat.
You'll hear us at the start of practice, end of practice, and we'll keep beating it up. Drink more water when you get home. Drink some Gatorade. Get your electrolytes going.
A lesson that team moms also teach by bringing water to the field every 10 to 15 minutes.
Water is not optional during practice. We don't ask them if they want water, they just get water because we don't want to have any heat casualty or anybody injured or hurt or passing out because they're dehydrated.
A problem that Plake says the league hasn't had in 5 years.
They will get hot, but we're so on it as far as watching them, and they'll tell us when they don't feel good. We take them off the field, cool them down underneath the tents.
Even at a young age, the kids on the field behind me understand the importance of drinking water before, during, and after practice.
If we're out of breath, then the water will get us it'll refill us basically, like charging a battery, but that's our charger basically.
A charge that keeps the 152 kids in the organization safe until the end of the season. Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Still to come, News 10's Kathleen Surrey reports.
A small blessing can go a long way.
That's the message Amara Erica Ramos is hoping to spread to homeless people in Temple. She's the owner of a licensed extreme coupon business and is making it her mission to pass out packets of free items to those in need.
I'm no one to judge anybody. I've come from a rough life myself. I just want everybody to realize that everybody is human, and no matter what, it only takes a few dollars, even a few cents, even a few coupons, if that, to save, and change somebody else's life.
Temple police say homeless people need even more help in the summer to endure extreme temperatures.
From food items to health and beauty products, Ramos says she hopes to hand out bundles like these at least once every month.
If it takes 2-3 years to do it, I'm willing to stay here and live here 2-3 years and continue my business and continue on couponing and continue on spreading the word of God.
People receiving the bundles say it's about more than just free items.
They have really helped me out, and they do make me feel like make me think about all the things that I've been doing, and that I do want to change and that there is a better life.
A feeling that Ramos hopes to continue giving to the Temple community. Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Texas. You're watching KWTX News 10.
Last night we told you about a Temple woman who's using her coupon business to lend a helping hand to the homeless community, who's now facing the tough summer heat.
Tonight, a local shelter is reaching out as they try to care for all the extra people now showing up as temperatures rise. News 10's Kathleen Surrey reports.
In the summer heat, more people are seeking refuge at the Families in Crisis homeless shelter in Killeen.
It's warm outside, people have a lot of additional needs, and this is a great place to come at the end of the day, get out of the heat, get a shower, do your laundry, and have a nice place to sleep at the end of the evening.
An offer that appeals to more than 60 people each night who use the shelter's facilities.
Because of this heat, like in the wintertime, you're going to see tons more people come in, new faces, constantly changing.
Arshawn Session is a volunteer, but it wasn't long ago that he was spending the night here as a guest until the organization helped him find a place of his own.
This entire shelter is family. So no matter how you look at it or take it, whenever family helps you, you always come back to them.
Now, Session is asking the community to assist the shelter so others can get the help they need. The most pressing need? Travel-sized items like soap and toothpaste, as well as sandals, sunscreen, and laundry detergent. And of course, volunteers.
Anybody out there that's willing to come help, we need volunteers and information. Because we have people here that are trying to figure out how to live as homeless individuals. It's not a map. We need the help.
Especially at a time when Mother Nature can be less than kind. Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
The number of Waco Transit riders is on the rise, and so is the number of expansion projects. Today, the Waco Metro
Thank you, Rusty. A registered sex offender is behind bars tonight after police say he forced his way into a woman's home and sexually assaulted her.
It happened on Saturday in Belton. News 10's Kathleen Suri joins us live from our Killeen newsroom with details. Kathleen.
On Saturday morning, the Bell County Sheriff's Department responded to a reported burglary just outside of Belton on Mulberry Drive around 7 in the morning. Police say a 25-year-old woman had been sexually assaulted. They also say they found the man on the screen behind me, 43-year-old Ricardo Reyna, a registered sex offender who was hiding in a house nearby the scene.
I don't trust my kids running around in this neighborhood anymore like we did when we were kids.
That's what neighbor Jesse Lewis says about the area where Saturday's crime happened.
I mean, we used to be able to come up and down these streets with no problems, and it's gotten out of control.
Lewis says drugs are a main reason for the neighborhood's reputation for violent crime and poor conditions. This area is also outside of Belton city limits, meaning law enforcement aren't patrolling these streets as much as others.
They do their best, but they're kind of out of their jurisdiction, and unless it's a crazy crime or something, that they have to come down, that it's out of their hands to a point.
Which has Lewis worried for the safety of his family.
Reyna is currently being held at the Bell County Jail on a $500,000 bond. He's been charged with aggravated sexual assault. Live in Killeen, Kathleen Suri, KWTX News 10.
And other violent crimes, acts of violence that Killeen residents are very familiar with. Many of them attended a rally today at Long Branch Park. As News 10's Kathleen Suri reports, it's an effort to make the city better and safer.
Today's rally, called Stop the Violence, comes with a message of stopping dangerous situations before they escalate.
There's been a lot of different acts of violence in the city, especially gun violence, and being able to create an environment where people at least are becoming aware is very important, and this is what that attempt is. This is what that looks like when the citizens take initiative.
Daryl Leonard, who's lived in Killeen for more than 10 years, organized the event, and he says it's time for the community to come together to preserve the city's future.
If we don't stop this situation, a lot of the young children that we see out here will be victims of some of the things that we have an opportunity to prevent.
A message that resonates with people who say the level of crime in the city is increasing. They say stopping the violence starts with communication and observation.
Getting to know your street, your block, everybody who lives on there. And not being afraid when you see kids doing something. We need not be afraid of kids. If they're doing something wrong and we see it, say something.
In the end, Jones says the key is to take action.
When we see something, we need to say something, do something, instead of just letting it go on.
A proactive message to cut down on crime in Killeen. Kathleen Suri, KWTX News 10.
Cove would like to see more patients. Last year, the Cove House saw nearly 700. While that may seem like a lot, they'd like to serve even more.
But there is a problem. They don't have enough volunteer doctors, and they're hoping more will jump in and give them a hand. News 10's Kathleen Suri explains why this clinic is important to so many.
This year, we're on track to see about 800. And I believe if we could add another physician or 2 or 3 to our rotation, we could take that number well over 1,000.
For now, each volunteer physician at the Cove House Free Clinic can see about 7 or 8 people each Tuesday night.
And so we have to turn people away because we don't have enough providers. So if I could have 1 or 2 more or 3 more physicians, then we could actually see more patients.
Patients like George Branwell, who's been coming to the clinic for about 2 years.
It's been a godsend ever since.
Branwell says he relies on the clinic to treat his diabetes as well as other health concerns.
They take great care of me anyway, because I know it could be worse, because if I wasn't seeing the doctor, all these things could just multiply.
But with so many patients to see, Branwell says there usually isn't enough time to discuss every health concern someone might be facing.
I think with more doctors, they'd have a little bit more time and a little bit more freedom to to do that.
A goal the clinic hopes to reach as soon as possible. In Coppers Cove, Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Hawkins says doctors who'd like to volunteer
More on this story.
A man enters a personal touch detailing, but when the person he's looking for isn't there, he gets mad and opens fire. That was the scary scene on Monday. No one was hurt. But tonight, police are urging everyone to be vigilant.
You just have to be aware of your surroundings for the most part. This is not something that happens frequently, and nobody knows that somebody's going to go to a car and get a gun. So, for something like that, it's really hard to say.
As they try to solve this crime, police are also investigating another Monday shooting incident on Cedar Hill that may have involved the same suspect. Nearby businesses like Connie's Treasures aren't taking any chances. The store is stepping up security measures by installing surveillance cameras around the property.
At least camera, it's like having an eye over your shoulder, or a gun, some sort of protection if something happens.
If it does, Dorson says she'll be prepared. Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Still to
Okay, thank you so much, Rusty. A man drives into a trampoline while 7 children are playing on it. Tonight, he is behind bars.
It happened this afternoon in Temple, and police say it looks like it was intentional. News 10's Kathleen Surrey joins us live from our Killeen newsroom with details. Kathleen.
Gordon and Tara, Temple police say it happened after 2 o'clock this afternoon at West Avenue F and 13th Street. A man drove his car through a family's front yard and into their trampoline. After that, he took off. Now, police are saying that they found the suspect and the car nearby. This man, 22-year-old Daryl Hill, is in the Bell County Jail tonight, charged with DWI. Now, police say they still aren't exactly sure why Hill drove his car into the trampoline, but they think he may have been arguing with someone inside the house, and this could have set him off. None of the children were hurt, and they weren't sent to the hospital to be checked out.
Temple Fire Department showed up to check the kids out to make sure they were okay, and they were all okay, not a scratch, no injuries. So I think it's great that, even though this was a bad incident, that all the kids turned out to be healthy and everything is all right.
Police are still investigating the hit and run to see if Hill will be facing any other charges. Now, we'll keep you updated with new information as it becomes available. Reporting live from Killeen, Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
All right, thanks, Kathleen.